Connecting the Valley. This is NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. It's January 12th. I'm Mary Strong alongside meteorologist Jerry Steffan. It was a gorgeous weekend.
That was not too bad. A little on the cool side this morning. I saw my breath.
Yeah, but it was so nice.
It's very dry. Why do we see our breath when it's very dry outside? It's the moisture in your mouth.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. That's what makes that little mouth cloud. And I'm seeing it right now outside. Yeah, it's cool out there right now, but we will warm up slightly above normal this afternoon, even warmer weather on the way later this week. How about 80s?
I'll take it.
Okay.
How 80s are we talking?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, goodness. Okay. For January, that's so interesting. Is that higher than normal?
Normal is around 70, 71,
oh,
72
wow.
degrees. So,
okay. All right. Can't wait to hear. Thanks, Jerry. Well, multiple anti-immigration enforcement protests were held across the valley yesterday. This coming on the heels of the death of Minnesota woman Renee Good, who was fatally shot by an immigration and customs enforcement officer last week. Our NBC Palm Springs' Caitlin Kelly was in Palm Springs Sunday morning, where the No ICE for Good rally took place on the front steps of the courthouse.
Chants filled the streets of downtown Palm Springs Sunday morning as demonstrators took part in the ICE Out for Good protest. The rally was one of 3 held across the Coachella Valley, with similar demonstrations taking place across the country. Among those addressing the crowd was Palm Springs Mayor Naomi Soto, who spoke out against federal immigration enforcement practices and the death of Renee Good.
We are here today to honor, to respect, to mourn the memory of Renee Nicole Good, a woman who showed up when her neighbors were targeted, a woman who showed up even when it was scary, and for that bravery, for that incredible moment, that split decision of bravery, she was murdered.
Demonstrators are now calling for accountability, policy changes, and for ICE to end enforcement actions they say put lives at risk. Organizers say their message is simple and one they plan to keep repeating.
People are angry that this is even happening in a country that we love. I think when we come together like this, we don't feel so isolated. We know we're not alone and that it verifies our reality. And so I think it empowers people to go out and get involved.
Caitlin Kelly, NBC Palm Springs.
Indivisible of the Desert, who helped coordinate the Palm Springs rally, says that over 1,200 people signed up for the protest on Sunday. They took the time to thank attendees for making sure there were no incidents at the event. Indivisible went on to say that thanks to the community's generosity, they will be sending $5,000 to TODEC, a legal group that supports immigrants and their families in the Coachella Valley and in the Inland Empire. Well, on Sunday, a 64-year-old man died after the driver of a Honda sedan hit his motorcycle in Indio. According to the Indio Police Department, the crash happened at around 4 in the afternoon Sunday off Avenue 42 and Calhoun Street. Police say that a 20-year-old man driving a Honda sedan crashed into the victim's motorcycle, causing the unidentified man to sustain life-threatening injuries. Paramedics transported the victim to Desert Regional Medical Center, where he later died. The Honda's driver remained on the scene to cooperate with investigators. Indio police do not believe drugs or alcohol are a factor at this time, and the cause of that accident remains under investigation. We have an update on the tribal warehouse development we told you about in December. A joint Palm Springs City and Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians meeting has now been scheduled to discuss the project further. The meeting is scheduled for June 3rd at the Palm Springs Convention Center. Known as the Desert Mountain View Business Park, the nearly 3 million square foot warehouse would be built on 217 acres of tribal land on Tipton Road near Highway 111 and the I-10. According to city officials, the June date has been picked to give developers time to resolve a number of unspecified technical issues related to the project. It also gives the public and city staff to review the development and a little time. The city's role in the project is limited, as the tribal council will make the final decision on the project, but the meeting allows the city and the public to learn more and provide some feedback. The window is closing for the Morongo Band of Mission Indians' 5th Annual Community Outreach Awards. The program issues grants to dozens of community organizations across Riverside and San Bernardino counties each year. Groups must support one of 5 categories: teaching Native American culture, providing social services, education, hospitals or health organizations, or military and military family support. The deadline to apply is this Friday, January 16th, with winners announced in the spring. We're going to head back outside with a live look at our Agua Caliente Casino camera in Palm Springs. Looks nice and clear. And as you mentioned earlier, Jerry, a little cool this morning. Yeah, a little chilly, definitely. But we will warm up slightly above normal today with warmer weather later this week. 56 degrees in Palm Springs, light winds, 29% relative humidity at the moment. Other temps include below freezing numbers at Big Bear, 21 there, 42 at Yucca Valley, 62 under mostly clear skies at Desert Hot Springs, 52 at Indio, 53 Palm Desert, San Gorgonio Pass, 47 Banning, 58 degrees at Cabazon. Winds a little bit of an issue to the west of us. We still have a Santa Ana wind flow, so offshore winds in the 20-mile-an-hour gust range around parts of the San Gorgonio Pass. The rest of us light winds becoming more breezy late in the day. Nothing in radar over the southwest. We're in a dry weather pattern that'll take us into the next several days. No chance of rain for us in the next week or so. High pressure at the surface and aloft will combine to bring us warm and dry air today. So adding a couple degrees to what we had yesterday for highs, low to middle 70s under plenty of sunshine, a few high clouds around the area, and the jet stream showing that it's a big bubble on the west coast. So much of the southeast will be above normal inland as we move into the next few days. Dew points in the upper 20s, low 30s today, and some of the high temps include 74 degrees. That's for Palm Springs, where the normal high is 70, so slightly above normal numbers there. Indio at 73 degrees, Desert Hot Springs 72, 60 Yucca Valley, 70 Cabazon. Comfort Air, 3-day forecast, mostly sunny skies tomorrow, upper 70s, and then we move into the warmer period of our week. That'll be Wednesday and Thursday with low to middle 80s in the valley. But when will those numbers back off again? I have a long-range forecast taking us 10 days in the future, which I'll share with you in the full forecast minutes away. All right, Jerry, we'll see you then. Thanks. Well, Palm Springs is getting ready to celebrate the completion of renovations at Ruth Hardy Park tomorrow. The mayor and other officials are set to speak on the project, which prominently includes upgrades to the park's playground equipment. The project totals $1.5 million and also includes upgrading the park to be ADA accessible. The ribbon cutting is set for 3:30 Tuesday afternoon at the park off Tamarisk Road. All Riverside County animal shelters will be closed today to allow for staff in-service training. County officials say that the call center will also be closed throughout the day as well. All incoming calls will go to their after-hours line. If you have an emergency, they advise you call the number you see right here on your screen. That number is 951-358-7387. We've got a quick road alert to tell you about this morning. The South Palm Canyon Bridge project is switching over to nighttime work this week, and road closures are planned during that time. The closures are set from today until Friday of this week between 6 in the evening and 4 in the morning. The closure is in effect in both directions on South Palm Canyon Drive between East Sunny Dunes Road and Mesquite Avenue. City officials advise you plan alternative routes and note that traffic is being diverted to Belardo Road. Our Know Before You Go traffic expert Chris Gunterson will have more on this project and others across the valley this week later on in our broadcast. Millions of Americans struggle with addiction, and many of them are pet owners. But for those seeking treatment, help isn't always easy, as many treatment centers don't allow pets. Now, a new nonprofit is stepping in, fostering pets while their owners focus on recovery. Our NBC Palm Springs Kai Beach has a story for us.
Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl.
Hale Wiggins knew she needed addiction treatment, but she refused to leave her dog Wonky.
To start my life over in sobriety without him, it felt like giving up on him.
Oh, the Wonky, the good boy.
She says most treatment centers turned her away because they wouldn't allow pets. Thankfully, her family stepped in to care for Wonky, giving Hale the peace of mind she needed to focus on healing.
Knowing that Wonky was safe while I was in treatment allowed me to fully focus on my recovery, knowing that he was going to be there for me when I got out.
But many people don't have that support. For them, a pet becomes a barrier to treatment. That's why Hale founded Wonky's House, a nonprofit that provides loving care for pets while their owners are in recovery.
Seeing how relieved they are to know that their animal is going to be safe is such a huge relief to me. And this is why I got sober. I got sober to give freely of what was so freely given to me. And I'm able to do that in this way, and I'm so grateful for that.
Now, this organization is asking our community to help foster dogs like these puppies.
She's like, get up, time to eat. You see that?
Because Hale wants to make sure no one has to choose between their recovery and their pets. I'm Kai Beach for NBC Palm Springs.
Well, coming up on your morning news, it's time to dust off your taste buds for another Dish Detective mystery. And later, the Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina are less than a month away, and our U.S. ice skating team is locked in. We'll tell you who made the cut. But first, we're going to head back outside. This is a live look at our Agua Caliente Casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Jerry gave you a little taste of what's coming up today, but he's going to break down your 7-day AccuWeather forecast. That's all straight ahead.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
It's time now for Dish Detective. It's a little contest for running on Instagram with local food reviewers dining with the Davids. They show you a video of some of the top dishes of a local restaurant, and you guess that restaurant. It's on our Instagram page, NBC Palm Springs. If you guess it correctly, you're entered into a drawing for a $100 gift card for that restaurant. Let's see if you can crack this case. Take a look.
We're going to show you 3 dishes from a mystery restaurant somewhere in the Coachella Valley. Think you know where we are? Tag the business in the comments by Thursday at noon for a chance to win a $100 gift card to this restaurant. Ready, gumshoes? First, a trio of gorditas served hot and fresh. One with pork simmered in salsa verde, one with sauteed nopal, and one with juicy grilled red chicharron. It's a plate that feels right at home under a New Mexico sky. Next, a fully loaded torta served with lomo, jamon, and queso fundito, layered with jalapeno, lettuce, onion, tomato, and crema. Then drenched ahogada style in signature sauce and topped with avocado. Messy, hearty, and absolutely worth the napkin count. Next, a bold seafood mix of shrimp, octopus, tuna, and callo de hacha. tossed with onion and cucumber, finished with the house sauce and a touch of chiltepin. Bright, briny, and just spicy enough to keep things interesting. Think you've solved our culinary mystery? Leave your guess in the comments. The answer and the winner will be revealed on the Friday morning newscast on NBC Palm Springs. And remember, in this investigation, you are encouraged to swallow the evidence.
I love it, and the food looks delicious. Well, you can find that video on our Instagram page, NBC Palm Springs. You have until noon on Thursday to guess it right. And don't forget to tag the restaurant you think it is, and follow Dining with the Davids and NBC Palm Springs on Instagram to qualify. We're going to reveal the winner on our Friday morning newscast. Good luck, detectives. It's time for Your Health Today, brought to you by Inland Empire Health Plan. If focusing on your health is a top priority for you in 2026, you're not alone. Exercising more is the most common New Year's resolution this year, according to a recent YouGov survey. But experts encourage you to be a little careful. Mandy Gaither explains why exercise injuries tend to spike in January.
You vowed to exercise more in 2026. That's a great goal to get healthy, but experts have a workout warning they hope you heed.
We see a very predictable spike of very preventable injuries in January every year.
Dr. Andrew Carbone with Orlando Health says after the holidays, motivation tends to spike while conditioning is at an all-time low. And he says social media often drives the rise in injuries.
There's one social media trend now with the kettlebell swing, 30-day, 100 kettlebell swings a day for 30 days. You know, that kind of stuff will cause overuse injuries.
That can include tendinitis, especially in the biceps and rotator cuff in the shoulder. Carbone says he also sees knee injuries this time of year, especially if a person suddenly takes up running.
You go from 0 to maybe running 3, 4, 5 miles. You're going to get a lot of patellar tendinitis, a lot of runner's knee.
To help avoid injuries, Carbone says to start slow, no more than 3 days a week, and incorporate rest into your regimen. He says that's when your body starts to build muscle. Don't follow social media trends. Instead, start with the basics like body weight exercises and core work. Consider getting a trainer to help keep your technique on track. And he says to remember, start with higher reps and lower weights.
Once you have the fundamentals like that, your core is strong, lower back is strong, your shoulders are good, then you can start to kind of play with increasing weights.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
If you'd like more information on our stories this morning, you can go to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. You're going to find our top stories and breaking news on our newsroom tab, where our stories and community events are organized by date. Let's head over to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast. Jerry?
Got to check those weather headlines, see what's ahead of us. Well, sunny with a few high clouds today, filtered sunshine. We'll see sunny and dry weather the next few days that follow, with warmer weather on the way. In fact, about 10, 11, 12 degrees above normal in our future. We'll take a look at that forecast, including the 7-day in a bit. Leave you with the NBC Palm Springs holiday countdown calendar. 33 days to Valentine's Day, folks. Think about that.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley, so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to NBCPalmSprings.com.
Still about a half an hour away from sunrise. Skies begin to lighten up, and we'll see a few more of these high clouds a little later on today, but sunshine in our forecast the next several days. Now, as far as yesterday, we had temps that were close to normal. 71 degrees the high in Palm Springs, 70 our normal high. We'll add a couple degrees to that and even warmer weather by midweek. 23 degrees at Big Bear, 62 Desert Hot Springs, and mostly clear, and 53 at Thousand Palms, 47 though at Indio, southeast end of the valley, beginning in the 40s right now. A little breezy around the San Gorgonio Pass. Still have that Santa Ana wind flow into Southern California, and basically it splits off around Whitewater. Offshore winds, San Gorgonio Pass, and then onshore winds is felt with those source winds out of the northeast around the Coachella Valley. Okay, as far as radar, yeah, nothing happening in that department. We'll stay in a dry weather pattern over the next several days. Not even fog along the coast. We are dry with that Santa Ana wind flow over Southern California. And like I said, we add a few more degrees today. Low to middle 70s under mostly sunny skies. Some high clouds moving in and out of the area, and very dry air thanks to that flow out of the northeast. We still have a wind advisory like we had over the weekend, but that expires at 2 o'clock and includes the San Gorgonio Pass, Inland Empire area mountains, almost all the way to the coastline this morning. And winds back off a little bit today, so a little breezy in certain areas. That backs off Tuesday, and then a little breezy again on Wednesday, but nothing really out of the ordinary. 74 degrees in Palm Springs. That'll be today. Same for Palm Desert. Indio 73 today with, again, high clouds and mostly sunny skies. 40s on the southeast end of the valley. 53 degrees at Palm Springs for an overnight low tonight. 40s around the San Gorgonio Pass, and even 38 degrees at Joshua Tree tonight. Now, tomorrow, a ridge of high pressure still centered offshore will begin to strengthen, and temps move up. Upper 70s and maybe around 80 degrees. That'll be tomorrow afternoon. Still have that dry flow out of the northeast, 78 degrees in Palm Springs. Now, as far as Wednesday and Thursday, that ridge begins to strengthen more over the southwest, and the numbers come up. So above 80 degrees for the Coachella Valley, again, normal for Palm Springs 70. Instead, we get 83 degrees on Wednesday, and the same for Thursday. For the area, not even close to record temps. And dry air sticks with us. Middle of the day relative humidity for the most part in the teens in the valley over the next several days. Next 7 days, no chance of rain over the southeast, but look at this. Thursday, January 22nd, 10 days away, we could see another drop in temps with a frontal boundary moving through the area. Of course, that's over a week away. Stay tuned. Comfort Air 7-day forecast. Low to middle 70s today with high clouds. Lots of sunshine tomorrow, 78 degrees, 80s Wednesday and Thursday.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
6 a.m. Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News is
Mark does.
Okay. Anyway, time for hashtag holiday calendar and pop quiz. Coachella Valley, One Coachella Valley, bringing you this to you, and it's our chance to give you some of the holidays that are happening today that you may not be aware of. What's happening today? Monday, January 12th, 2026. National Kiss a Ginger Day is today.
Oh.
Just a fun way to celebrate people with red hair by offering compliments and consensual hugs and kisses.
Good key word there.
Also, National Curried Chicken Day is today. Maybe that's on your dinner menu today.
Delicious.
Today we shine a spotlight on a chicken dish with Indian roots. It's chicken stewed in an onion and tomato-based sauce flavored with a variety of spices. There you go. So look at curried chicken. Okay. And also National Clean Your Desk Day. Clean Your Desk Day.
Oh,
I remember
boy.
last year at this time you had a messy desk.
Oh,
but
I had
checked
a
it out
really
right now.
messy desk.
Walked through the newsroom, and yours is pretty good.
Right? I learned my lesson.
It's Brett, and who's that desk over there? That
Mark
was there?
Mester.
Oh yeah, it's kind of messy over there. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
well, maybe put a
Let's
little
clean
note
it
on his
up.
desk for
Okay.
later.
Anyway, desk is today's key word in today's pop quiz, and Chris Gunderson is playing with us today.
Hi,
Hello.
Chris. Welcome back. Good to see
Thank
you.
you. Okay, we have two desk-related questions in today's pop quiz. Here's the first of two. The Resolute Desk. You know what that is, right?
No,
the Resolute
what?
Desk? Yeah, it's a 1,300-pound piece of furniture built from oak timbers, taken from the decommissioned British Arctic exploration ship, the HMS Resolute. This famous desk, used by several U.S. presidents in the Oval Office, was a gift from the Queen of England and was initially presented to this commander-in-chief.
Oh,
Who got it
goodness.
first? A, Harry S. Truman. B, John F. Kennedy. C, Rutherford
Oh,
B. Hayes.
jeez. Wow, Jerry, for real? Are you kidding me?
The Resolute Desk. Who
my-
first sat behind it?
Oh, my goodness. Maybe Truman?
You think it's Harry, okay.
Yes.
What do you think, Chris? You know anything about the Resolute Desk? You're going to go A, too? All right, all right. You got
Wow, we're all over the map
okay,
here.
we got one of each in the
A,
back
B,
there in the
and C.
control room. Okay. Yeah, it's Rutherford B. Hayes.
Whoa, wow.
One person got it right,
jeez.
and the
Who was
applause
it? It
goes
was Nick?
to
Nick,
Nick.
yay!
Take a bow.
Great
All right.
job.
An audio expert there. Okay, second desk-related question. Here we go. NPR's Tiny Desk Concerts, I love that, are a popular live video series featuring artists performing stripped-down, intimate sets behind a simple work desk. Since the program began in 2006, which artist currently holds the most view counts, which have been, levitating well above 145 million on YouTube? Okay, hint, it was a special COVID Tiny Desk Home concert posted in 2020. Who are we talking about here? Is it A, Beyonce, B, Dua Lipa, or C, Rihanna?
Really?
Control room
Oh
first
my
on this
goodness.
one. The Tiny Desk concerts.
I mean,
Who
Jerry, these
has
are
the
tough.
record with view counts? Okay, you got a B in the back and an A and a C in front.
I'm
What do
going
you
to
think it
go
is?
with...
By the way, two have never been on Tiny Desk concerts before.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Even
Only one
more
has.
difficult.
And that one has the record.
I'm going to go Rihanna.
Okay, you got a couple B's there, and the B's were right. Yeah, Dua Lipa.
Lipa,
Yes, check it out. It's a great
wow.
concert too.
That's
Yes.
so great. I will look that up today. How
All right.
cool.
Tiny Desk concerts are awesome. Support your public broadcasting station.
That's right.
Okay.
And clean your desk today.
Please. Back in a bit.
Connecting the Valley. This is NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Welcome back on this Monday, January 12th. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. We're going to have your AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a few minutes with meteorologist Jerry Steffen. But first, it's time for Know Before You Go, where we tell you about all the major construction projects going on in the Valley for the week so you can avoid getting caught in traffic and know before you go. Joining us live once again from the CV Sync Traffic Management Center in Thousand Palms is Program Manager Chris Gunterson. Chris, it's so good to see your face. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It was so nice to have some time off.
I bet.
I didn't rest, though. I remodeled my house.
Wow. Hey, that's nice. A little refresh for the new year.
Yeah, a lot of physical work, but I got to turn my brain off, which was nice.
That is nice, isn't it? So what are some of the areas we should avoid this week?
We got a lot of stuff happening. And considering we're in season, there's still a lot going on out there. So we're going to start today in Palm Desert. I'm going to go quick today because we do have a lot to cover. Palm Desert, Gerald Ford Drive Improvement Project from Cook Street to Paseo del Corazon. The westbound lanes are closed. The eastbound is open. I drove this over the holiday. It's actually, what they're doing out there is fantastic. New medians, new fire station. Looks like they're going to have a lot of nice landscaping. So as you go through that area, it is an easier drive if you're going westbound. I put westbound closed. It's actually eastbound's closed. Sorry about that. But the westbound lanes are open. Do go slowly because it is a construction zone, even though it's fairly easy going. Make sure you slow down. A lot of heavy equipment moving around in there. We're going to stay in Palm Desert for our next one. This is a brand new traffic signal that popped up last week. Well, it didn't really just pop up, but they turned it on last week, and this is at Cook Street and Marketplace. This is just north of Country Club Drive. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because it's a new signal, new traffic patterns. As you approach the area, make sure you pay attention to what's going on, get used to the new traffic pattern. A lot of times when new traffic control shows up, people tend to go blank. So make sure you're paying attention if you're in that area. They're put that one in because of the surf park going in there near Desert Willow. So pay attention to that. Now we're going to go to Palm Springs. This project's been going on for a while. This is the South Palm Canyon Bridge project. And the reason we're bringing it up is this week they're going to be working at night. And so between 6 p.m. and 4 a.m., this road is going to be closed between Sunny Dunes and Mesquite. And they are going to detour all traffic up to Bellardo Road. I believe they're moving palm trees this week. So they're going to do that at night. Again, the closure starts at 6 p.m. and reopens at 4 a.m. And the traffic will be detoured up over to Bellardo Road. So if you're in that area, going out to dinner or something like that, pay attention to that. And then I have a couple of ones that I'm going to throw on you real quick. I didn't have time to make maps. We have on Monroe Street between Avenue 48 and 52, which is up on the board behind me. They're doing paving out there in Indio. And so if you want to avoid that, use Jackson Street or Madison and even Jefferson. So there's a little bit going out there. And then, of course, you mentioned earlier is the Indian Canyon Bridge project starting night work. So I want to be aware of that. There is a lot going on in the desert, especially as we head into season. So we'll have the festivals, the tennis tournaments, the arts festivals, you name it. There's going to be a lot happening. My safety tip for this week, for our offices, CV Sync Phase 2, the construction portion of it is going to be wrapping up late this spring, early this summer. What does that mean for the Valley? We got 20 corridors that are coming online. We'll be retiming them, doing coordination. And what does that mean for the drivers? That means that you're going to be able to travel on those corridors pretty much unstopped. But the challenge for that is to do that, we need to hold the left-hand turns in the side streets. So we do get quite a few calls about people having to wait a long time at a left-hand turn or a side street. Be patient. You're going to wait somewhere. That's the place you want to wait instead of stopping and going. So we just want you to, the safety tip for the week is be patient. So get behind the wheel, plan ahead, leave early. But we are going to do our best to make your drive smooth and get you around the valley as quickly and as safely as we can. And that's all I have for this week. And it's good to be back.
Well, it's good to have you back, and patience is definitely a quality we can all cultivate heading into this new year. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, we have a lot of people back in the desert now, so
We
it's,
really
it's a
do,
busy
right?
place. Yes.
I've noticed a lot more traffic, so thanks for the heads up, and it's always so good to see you.
Thank you, Mary. Have
All
a great
right.
week.
You too. We'll see you next Monday. Well, artists from across the country are painting the desert in real time as part of the California Desert Plein Air Festival. From El Paseo to Ironwood Park and the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens, you can watch this century-old art tradition come to life. NBC Palm Springs contributor Rylan Penta has details.
Along El Paseo and Palm Desert, art didn't just hang on gallery walls today. It came to life, one stroke at a time. This morning, artists lined the street as part of the Desert Plein Air Festival, a celebration of painting outdoors where inspiration comes directly from the surroundings. Hosted by the Desert Plein Air Association and sponsored by the City of Palm Desert, the festival runs January 8th through February 1st, bringing artists and the public together in real time.
I would say what makes it special is that you're out in the open air, and there's a great appeal for people to just explore, go wherever they want to. You can go in your own backyard, you can go up in the mountains, you can go into a city area like this, an urban area, and paint anywhere you like.
And what I've noticed in watching the public walk by, it's so interesting for me to see. They'll be walking like they're on their way to get breakfast or lunch or whatever, and they'll see an artist painting outdoors, and it's like they stop and their mouth drops open. Look at that.
And for those just passing by, the experience is immediate.
I just marvel at what they can do, and I just really love that they're here on in El Paseo.
Artists worked in a range of styles from paint to pastels, each interpreting our built and natural spaces through their own lens.
I grew up here, so it's like kind of a new way of seeing my surroundings, as I get older. It's just like appreciating our natural world.
And I like to go on hikes to paint, and all I need is a small tray of pastel chalks and a pad of paper, so it's not much weight and not much volume to put in a backpack to go have what I need if I'm painting on a hike.
For more information on the Desert Plein Air Festival, visit NBCPalmSprings.com.
And that was NBC Palm Springs contributor Rylan Penta reporting. Let's turn to your business headlines this morning. Wall Street is pointed toward a lower open today. It comes as markets react to news. The Justice Department has opened a criminal investigation into Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. In a statement, Powell confirmed the probe, which focuses on the Fed's renovation of its headquarters in Washington. Powell is saying this is more about President Trump's campaign to pressure the Fed to slash interest rates. Amazon may be taking another swing at physical stores. Officials in a suburb of Chicago have approved a proposal to build a 230,000 square foot retail center. It would include a supercenter selling groceries, prepared foods, and general merchandise. The site would also double as a fulfillment center, and customers could pick up their online orders. Walmart is teaming up with Google's Gemini to make it easier for shoppers to find and buy items. Walmart striking a similar deal with ChatGPT in October. The feature will cover products at both Walmart and Sam's Club stores. Walmart is expanding its efforts to keep up with customers using AI chatbots to save time or look for inspiration. Up next, Sunday marked the end of the Palm Springs International Film Festival. We'll tell you how they capped it off, and we'll also hear from our Manny the Movie Guy. He's got one more film to show you. But first, we're going to head back outside. This is a live look at your Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. As the sun comes up on this beautiful Monday morning, you've got those pinks and blues on the horizon. I hope you get a chance to get out and enjoy the day this morning, but bring a jacket. Jerry says it's cold out there, and he's going to break down your full 7-day forecast for you straight ahead.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning. morning at 6 a.m. Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to NBCPalmSprings.com. Missed the news yesterday?
View here, the tram cam looking down on the Coachella Valley. You can see some high clouds. We'll see a lot of that today. Filtered sunshine this afternoon. Yesterday, normal numbers in the valley, 71 degrees. The high in Palm Springs, 70 is typical this time of year. And the day before that, on Saturday, we had 67 degrees for high. Well, the numbers slowly warm up over the next few days. Today, we're starting out with 50s in the Coachella Valley, 62 Desert Hot Springs, 47 at Yucca Valley, 20s up at Big Bear. And winds a little breezy around the San Gorgonio Pass. We still have source winds out of the northeast moving their way into the Coachella Valley, basically kind of filtering into Whitewater, going offshore there, and then for us in the Coachella Valley, it's basically onshore here. But dry air nonetheless. Nothing really happening over the southwest. Rain not going to happen over the next several days. We do have that northeasterly flow that'll be with us. It'll back off a little bit more throughout the afternoon and evening hours, and temps a little warmer than yesterday by a few degrees, low to middle 70s in the valley. Keep in mind a wind advisory like we had over the weekend still with us for the San Gorgonio Pass, Inland Empire area mountains, into the Inland Empire, like I said, coastal areas as well. That expires at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So winds a little breezy in certain areas, not so bad Tuesday, a little breezy again on Wednesday. Surface moisture will be dry with temps. It'll be a couple degrees warmer than yesterday, 73s and 74s in the valley, then upper 70s expected under sunshine on Tuesday afternoon for the Coachella Valley. Okay, Wednesday we do have a ridge of high pressure strengthening over the area, so the numbers come up about 10, 11, 12 degrees above normal, low to maybe middle 80s under sunshine Wednesday and Thursday afternoon. 83 degrees on Wednesday, not a record, not even close to that. 91 set back in 43, 83 degrees at Indio, and that's Thursday. I switched the map there. You probably didn't notice a change because the temps will be somewhat similar Thursday afternoon. Surface moisture remains dry over the next several days. Teens for relative humidity in the middle of the day, and chance of rain over the next 7 days, non-existent. But yeah, I always look to the future here. This is Thursday, the 22nd of January. There's a possibility a frontal boundary will move through, bringing some rain over parts of the southwest, none for the valley, but temps go down back to the 60s for us. Again, that's 10 days away. Things will change. Stay tuned. Comfort Air 7-day forecast. Low to middle 70s with high clouds today. All sunshine tomorrow, 78 degrees. 80s move into the valley Wednesday and Thursday and Friday afternoons.
Miss the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to NBCPalmSprings.com. NBC Palm Springs Sports, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
The Winter Olympics are less than a month away in Italy, and over the weekend, the biggest stars in ice skating gathered to earn their spot on the U.S. team. NBC's Kathy Park has the highlights.
Team USA!
Tonight, 16 U.S. skaters officially headed to the Winter Olympics, a roster made up of the world's best, like Ilya Malinin, nicknamed the Quad God.
Ilya Malinin is now the four-time U.S. national champ.
To Amber Glenn, making history this week with a record-breaking score. Today, our Hoda Copy spoke with Amber and two of her now teammates, Isabel Levito and Alyssa Liu.
I mean, I could be looking at the podium. Nobody knows, but this could be amazing. Do you think about that kind of thing?
I think it's great that it's not just one person or singular hope.
Yeah.
And I think, three people go at it, like someone's going to stick.
This moment is all too familiar for gold medal Olympian Tara Lipinski.
What are these athletes experiencing ahead of the Olympics?
It's really stressful. You have one moment to shine. You have 4 minutes on the ice, and in our sport, one mistake and it's over.
That competitive pressure building for other athletes looking toward the Winter Games, including Lindsey Vonn, solidifying her comeback this weekend, winning her second World Cup downhill in Austria. At 41, she's entering her 5th Olympics, this time with a titanium knee.
One of the most incredible comebacks we have ever seen in any sport at any time.
I knew what it was going to take to win today. It's a sprint, and I had to give it everything I had.
From Olympic greats to rising stars, U.S. athletes ready to shine with the Games less than a month away. Kathy Park, NBC News.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
The Palm Springs International Film Festival wrapped up yesterday with a fun day for the whole family to enjoy. It was Family Day at Mary Pickford in Cathedral City, featuring free screenings of Zootopia 2, Arco, and K-pop Demon Hunters. There was face painting, games, prizes, local vendors, lots of food trucks, and the best part, It was free for everyone to enjoy. Before Sunday, though, Manny the Movie Guy hosted a special Q&A Saturday for the festival in support of the documentary We Are Pat. You may remember the character Pat from Saturday Night Live, played by Julia Sweeney in the 90s. Director Rowan Haber answered questions from Manny and audience members. With the festival coming to a close, the winners of the fest have been announced. One of the films that received an award was the Mexican-Venezuelan production of It Would Be Night in Caracas. Manny the Movie Guy says it's a must-see. Here's a sneak peek.
Siento mucho lo de tu mamá.
I want to congratulate you on It Would Be Night in Caracas. It's haunting, heart-wrenching, and emotionally powerful. I love it. I mean, stick with me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Gracias, Aurora.
It Would Be Night in Caracas is a novel written by Karina Sainz Borgo. So we were very deeply moved with the novel. With It Would Be Night in Caracas, we were invited by Edgar Ramirez, the Venezuelan actor, to write it.
I spoke with director Marite Ugas earlier. She said you were the reason that they got interested in directing the movie. Why are you so passionate about the film? You're more behind the scenes on this one than in front. Yet you say that this is an act of love. Why is that?
Well, because for years I was interested in finding a story that could talk about the tragedy that's been happening in my country for the last 27 years, but I wanted it to be an universal story. I didn't want it to be a political story. I didn't want this movie to be a political tool. I wanted it to be an artistic vehicle to talk about the human condition and how a society is brought to the brink of collapse.
Nosotras siempre fuimos ella y yo.
History repeats itself. That's why we need a film like this, not to teach, but just to really show what happened before could happen again.
Yeah, because cinema is it's an amazing tool of empathy.
Yeah.
So you see it, you see it in the news, and it does not connect.
Yeah.
There is something that you experience when you're watching a film that it really opens up your empathy, your curiosity, your compassion, and that's why I love this medium, and I believe so strongly in cinema.
¿Quién eres tú? Esta es mi casa. Todo esto que tú ves aquí le pertenece a la revolución, chama.
For us, what is always been essential is to remind the viewers that it can happen to you anytime. I mean, and to remind the viewers that democracies are fragile, and you can lose them in, como dices, en un chiscar de dedos, ¿no?
In a heartbeat, yeah?
I hope that we realize how close we are as a humanity, that we're not that far away, that what is happening to Venezuelans has happened before, is happening right now, and it could happen tomorrow to anyone.
Yeah.
So no one is exempt from the temptation of totalitarians in the world.
Are you going to produce again, by the way?
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
yes, please produce more powerful.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is the beginning of a new career for me.
Oh, well, a big
this is my baby
congrats
steps.
on It Would Be Night in Caracas. Again, it's a powerful dystopian thriller that must be seen by everyone.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Manny.
Ooh, looks like a great film. We thank Manny for that. Let's take a live look outside of your Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Wow, what a beautiful shot this morning. We're going to be right back with a recap of your weather forecast, and we'll have your top local headlines for you. Stay right here. And here's a quick recap of your top local stories for you. Multiple anti-immigration enforcement protests were held across the valley. This comes on the heels of the death of Minnesota woman Renee Good, who was fatally shot by an immigration and customs enforcement officer last week. Indivisible of the Desert coordinated the Palm Springs rally and says that more than 1,200 people signed up for the protest Sunday. And before we go, we've got some fun news for you. Bald Eagles Jackie and Shadow made an appearance in Big Bear again. This is footage from over the weekend from the Friends of Big Bear Valley Eagle Cam. Jackie's bringing in sticks and getting her nest ready for some eggs once again. Last year, the couple laid 3 eggs. They lost one, but Sunny and Gizmo hatched in early March, and they're now flying the skies in Big Bear. We'll be keeping a very close eye on Jackie and Shadow for you, and we'll keep you posted if we see any eggs. They're back again.
Yeah, nice. Nice to see them in the nest there up at Big Bear.
When are they going to get some snow up there, by the way?
Yeah. Not going to be happening in the near future.
Oh,
no.
Bummer.
Matter of fact, next week above normal temps for Southern California and dry air, no rain for us. As far as today's concerned, a little warmer than yesterday. We'll see low to maybe middle 70s. High clouds, filtered sunshine today. All sunshine, upper 70s tomorrow. Then we're expecting those numbers to be in the 80s. So about 10, 11, 12 degrees above normal Wednesday, Thursday. Still some 80s possible. That'll be Friday of next week. Numbers move down, but only slightly this coming weekend. We do have a chance of cooler weather in about 10 days. Stay tuned.
Ooh, okay. Thanks for being with us this morning. We hope you have a